severe headaches and pain behind his left eye that feels like the pain that was behind his right eye whenever he had the tumor there. It's in the left side some, but not enough to justify why he's feeling the pain that he's feeling right there. Majority of the flare on the image, which I'll insert for you guys to see, is on the right side, not the left side. We went to the ER, and when he got home, because of the pain medication they gave him, he slept from like 4 to 9. He woke up, let him know that MD Anderson did call me. Generally, I told him what they said. I didn't tell him prognosis information because I want to keep his attitude positive. I told him that they want him to start Avastin. And so his response to me was, I don't want to take Avastin yet. I asked why, and he said, because it's like the last thing. You don't have anything left after that. Just because you don't take the Avastin doesn't change the fact that you need to take the Avastin. I ended up showing him the photos. He was confused by the photos. He thought that the flare that he was looking at, when I say flare, I'm talking about the bright area on the MRI. He thought that it was from his surgery. I had to explain to him that the area at the front, which is now a lot smaller because of swelling and inflammation and the things that are going on with the tumor, that area is where the resection was. Then he was confused and he thought that she didn't actually do the surgery that she said she was going to do, but she did. It's just that the tumor is flared up and swollen and has grown. After I explained it to him, he understood.
He decided to be down for a caramel ice blend.
Then we started talking about Japan, whether we were still going to Japan. He said, if tomorrow's your last day, are you going to have any regrets? Places or things you want to do or see or people you want to spend time with. He really wants to go to Japan. The recommendation is that he takes steroids for a week to see if the flare on the image can be attributed to inflammation. Is inflammation, his symptoms should greatly decrease. And if that happens, we don't have to start Avastin yet. We just keep going on the chemo. I think that I've absorbed so much information in the past 6 months that I'm numb. Right, tomorrow marks 6 months exactly since I took him to the emergency room and we found the mass, which is crazy because it feels like a whole nother lifetime, but at the same time, it feels like I blinked. Major life events can feel slow and fast all at once. I'm scared that this is going to be over way faster than I'm prepared for. And in my head, I'm thinking about stuff like Christmas. Like I've already known all along that we can move Christmas up if we have to, but how do I decide that? If I move Christmas up, it's basically me saying to him, I don't think you're going to make it to Christmas. And I can't do that. If I wait, he might be so progressed that he can't enjoy it. And I worry about that. I don't think we're there yet. I just worry that we're not far from being there. Go to the oncologist. We'll talk to her about what MD Anderson said yesterday. I will bring the disc of images with me so that if she wants to look at the MRI, she can. We'll get her opinion on whether or not she thinks that he should start the Avastin before Japan. Thankfully, we can get Avastin through the local oncologist, so we don't have to go to Atlanta.
Cold as car. I don't even have to try to make it cold.
If that's true, then good, because we live in the hottest state pretty much.
It is true. I'm just going to start bringing my robe with me.
In the car? It's a good plan.
Yeah. I think that we'll just do the steroids. Go to Tokyo. I think either way it'll be a short trip. How short depends on how I feel.
What did your shirt say?
No.
Stop Ross. Just happy. Okay.
Just happy accident. You know Bob Ross.
I don't.
Go home and watch him. Get ready for a nap.
All right.
Sure will call
He falls asleep listening to Bob Ross.
Any show.
You're welcome.
This is good.
Okay. I'll stick with Friends.
Yeah.
Friends is pretty good.
We're both representing today. I never looked up.
You'll never Google that.
All I did was ask the doctors before anything which websites to trust. .org. The American Brain Tumor Association, American Cancer Society, like that's what I looked at. More the clinical trial stuff. Japan glioblastoma treatment. To satisfy you.
They'll probably put like overdose in my image or something. Yeah, I think that would bankrupt us.
If it made them better, I would be okay with being bankrupt.
We would have come across it already.
If Dr. Kamiya knew about something that you could do somewhere else, he would have told us.
And Mountain won't work at all with this. It says nothing else.
There's just no data that says it will help.
Yeah.
I need to do another trial.
I don't know anybody wanting me to do this.
With GBM, it's recommended that you be on a trial.
Probably because nothing has been found
Correct.
to cure it.
So at
Or
least
even
it's
like,
something that might.
that's what it is.
But at least they're giving statistics as well as the possibility that it might work.
What's happening right now might be because of the radiation. Likely a mixture of radiation necrosis, inflammation, and infiltrated tumor, and we don't know how much of it is what. It doesn't prolong, it increases the quality.
But if you come off of it, what's the point?
All that time you were on it, you weren't losing bits and pieces. That's the point.
You just lose it all at once.
I mean, wouldn't you rather?
Theoretically, I think so.
Instead of like, I can't use my hand, and then 3 weeks later, I'm having a hard time swallowing, and then 3 weeks later, I can't open my left eye. You know, you don't want these, and it might not be things that are literal. It might be a loss of awareness, a loss of personality, not being able to find words, not being able to speak. It might be things that matter even more than physical limitations. And that's more of what I would be worried about, you losing enjoyment out of life, or, you know, something that's more essential, which is crazy, but in relation to your hand working, joy is more essential than your hand functioning, you know.
How are you doing?
They had to kind of switch sides to the left side, so the concern was that the tumor started growing over here as well.
So the CCNU, how many treatments have you
Just
got?
one. We'll be in Japan in a week. So I talked through all of that with the PA.
Yeah, what did they say?
She said he could either go ahead and get the Avastin infusion before we leave, or we could do the 1 week on steroid. If we get there, we would just come home if his pain was too much.
Did they say it's okay to travel?
She did. She said the risk is the pain.
I'm just concerned.
We are more than willing to cut it short at whatever point we need to.
It's a long travel.
Fly there and just don't have any relief. The next day we'll leave. We have to.
It's going to just depend on how he's feeling.
I just worry about your travels, sir, honestly. Pain is one thing, and seizures.
It's important enough for me to understand that I might be in a lot of pain for a couple of days. I have to just deal with it.
People are understanding here when you come to the US airport, they probably will send you right through. I cannot vouch for anywhere else. Don't know about the language issue and what they understand.
Yeah.
You really have to make a decision the next few days and see how you want to do it. Whatever help we can, we will do, because your next CCNU is going to be another 3 weeks. I can give a medical note saying cancel this trip, but for me to say take another trip, it's going to die. Conscience will not say. I think of what your safety first.
No, and I appreciate that.
Definitely I can say because of your medical issues and recent scans showing disease of concern, I request refund of the ticket, and then you have to see how things go.
Do you think that your feelings toward the travel would be different if it was later? If things
See, that's what I
settled
don't
where
know.
he is,
I
do you
don't
think
know.
you might feel different?
Conscience would not allow with this MRI, with your symptoms. And honestly, I don't even like you to travel. I have to tell you the truth.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we want your opinion. We value that.
This is not an easy disease, sir. I'm trying to get this under control. The trip is important for you. I understand that.
Being here and being as healthy as I can be. It's wonderful.
Exactly. That's what being with your family would. You're not going to have immediate help like you would get here at home. Let's check your CBC in 2 weeks. Get your second dose of CCNU.
In between that, how his pain is on the steroids.
Definitely would not want you to get a dose of Avastin and fly. It involves the vasculature. You have to be here. You take care, okay?
Thank you.
Well, I know what you want to do.
You have reached the American Embassy, Tokyo. To continue in English, press 1.